Well, your co-op has certainly changed over the years, grown tremendously. We now serve over 27,000 consumers. We've built, own, and operate, maintain over 5,700 miles of power line, and we have 75 dedicated employees to serve you 24/7. As we build our future together, we are investing a lot in infrastructure to make sure that you have the reliability that you deserve. We are currently in the midst of a 3-year construction work plan that we are spending over $20 million in a 3-year period to make a lot of upgrades to our system. This year alone, in 2017, our construction work plan is over $9 million. Some of the key highlights in that construction work plan include we're going to change out about 947 poles. We have a testing program where we go out and test all of our poles, and if they fail, we get out there and change those out. We're also going to be replacing about 8 miles of underground cable. As it ages and needs to be upgraded, we're doing that. We're also replacing about 8 miles of overhead conductor, replacing old conductor with new conductor and larger size of wire to make sure that we are meeting the needs of our members. We've also invested a tremendous amount in recent years in our tree clearing program and what a difference that has made for us. This slide, I'd love to show it. It shows that before and after look of a power line. The before, of course, is not a reliable situation. Done a lot of work to get around our system and clean those right-of-ways up, and you can see the impact that's made in that after picture. If we look back to 2004 to the present, what this chart shows is the amount of money that we have spent on tree clearing alone. If we go back to 2004, we were spending about $878,000 a year on tree clearing, and honestly, it just wasn't enough. We did a system assessment across our entire project to see how big this problem was for us, and what we learned was we had 148,000 trees, 148,000 trees that were either in the power lines or were going to grow into the power lines in the next 5 years. The board approved a 5-year plan that allowed us to get around our whole system and make sure that those right-of-ways looked the way they needed to be. We actually reclaimed that right-of-way, and you can see the kind of dollars we had to spend to do that. In 2010, as much as $2.1 million. But once we got around our system, that 5-year cycle, now we're on a 4-year cycle, and the second time around, much less expensive. And what I just want to point out, here in 2017, we're actually spending over $100,000 less than we were back in 2004, and we have a much more reliable system. Now it's just more of a maintenance mode instead of reclaiming that right-of-way. Well, how have members benefited from all this infrastructure investment and all this tree clearing that we've done? This chart shows the outage times for members on average over the years. So back to 2004, each member, on average, each year, experienced 4.4 hours of outage time. And you can see how that's come down nicely over the years. In the end of 2016, that 4.4 hours was down to 1.7 hours. Over that period of time, that's a 61% reduction in outage times, and I hope that you have noticed that in your area.